of that encounter was, I was so mad, maybe I was too angry at the cops, but I thought, I'm not the terrorist, he is.
Well, I think it underscores the real injustice of the whole Omar Khadr case. I mean, here's a guy who gets a red carpet treatment wherever he goes, courts, the media, now Dalhousie University, Air Canada, apparently.
I thought he was supposed to be on a no-fly list.
See, I don't know about that.
Convicted all kind of terrorists.
But I remember there was a story I read not too long ago where his lawyer was saying that it was a distinct possibility, and they didn't know at the time. And I think that was in McLean's when he had gotten his passport back. But again, the whole idea that I've put forward about Omar Khadr in the past, and I know you have as well, is that he has never met a request he wasn't given when it comes to how the Canadian government and Canadian courts and the media have responded to him.
The entire establishment is on his side, except the people despise him. I've never seen such unanimity in every single public poll against him and the payoff of him and the cuddling of him.
No, and it's not even just people that say, it's a tragic situation and it's complex. You get cheerleaders, like actual cheerleaders for him. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're, like the Rockettes are introducing him today. And I guess the big question mark that I would have about this case is where the justification for this really comes from. And I know that the framing of this event at Dalhousie is the child soldier's narrative, which is one that has never actually been distinctly proven. And in fact, even if he is acknowledged as a child soldier under some UN convention, it doesn't mean he is under Canadian law and under American law. And I think Howard Anglin, when he was with the PMO, had done a tremendous amount of research on this. But here you've got a guy who is really held up as a victim when he's never denounced. If he is a victim of his family, a victim of circumstance, why has he not denounced those circumstances?
He's never renounced his father. He's never renounced the jihad in general. He's never expressed regret for murdering Christopher Spear. He did express a mealy-mouthed regret that the widow happened to be widowed because the only person he meant to kill was Sergeant Spear. That is not regret, remorse, apology. The grossest thing was when the CBC had that champagne party for him.
Oh, yeah, tout le monde.
Oh, my God. Now, the CBC was supposed to be moderating this event. They backed out at the last moment. I think that was someone in CBC saying, what are you doing branding us as the pro-terrorist network? Everyone already knows they're the pro-terrorist network. But I thought that was interesting to me. Even they thought this was a bad idea.
Well, and remember, you can't be a part of the story if you're covering the story. And this is CBC's own journalistic ethics. So now they're saying, well, they may cover the event, but they won't be a part of it hosting it. Because, again, one of the things that we know is that Omar Khadr does not want to answer any questions that aren't scripted.
Right.
He just doesn't. I mean, this is going back to the first day that he left jail and was on his lawyer's driveway. Every time he's appeared anywhere, there's been no opportunity for any real questions.
And the lawyers say you ask one tough question, we're shutting it down.
Yeah, we're pulling him inside.
And the media says, okay, I've never seen that before, that any lawyer says, if you ask my client a question I don't like, you're gone. And the media says, yeah, I'm a good boy. I'm a good puppy. Give me a doggy treat. I've never seen it. It's the judiciary. Today I saw it was the police. Let me ask for your thoughts. I just showed you the video of what happened at the airport. I was a little angry. I was a little mouthy, but I didn't touch him. I didn't block him. I didn't swear at him. I actually started very quiet and meek. And the cops, I don't know, maybe they didn't know who he was. They just saw a guy with a camera and said, back off. But I find it extremely creepy when an Al-Qaeda terrorist is a VIP first-class traveler on Air Canada and I'm told to get away or I'll be arrested.
Well, the interesting thing about the video was people saying you're stopping them from leaving while they stand there not moving, saying that you're stopping them from leaving. I mean, he was free to go, and he did, and if he didn't want to answer any questions, that's his prerogative. It's certainly your prerogative to ask them, though. And I will say, on a formatting note, I mean, the organizers of this event have made it so there is no opportunity for the media to engage with Omar Khadr. The Q&A is going to be moderated Q&A, questions that are submitted in advance. So even so, any questions he takes will be approved questions. So even after this public appearance, there will not be any opportunities for people to put the real questions to him. It was a serendipitous encounter that you could, even if you didn't get any answers.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. My questions weren't that great. I was sort of daydreaming when you're on a plane for 2.5 hours by yourself. Your mind wanders. I was not ready for that encounter, but I was shocked by it.
That's an excerpt from the Ezra Levant Show, which is a show I do every day. I do a monologue, interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. But you've got to subscribe to it, which you can do at premium.rebelnews.com.